Rim Country News brought to you by Jake's Corner Bar and Grill. Same stop, different horses since 1916. And by Terlucas and Brandt, CPA PLLC, with a long history of providing quality CPA services right here in Rim Country. On this Hump Day Wednesday, February 2nd, for Tano TV, K-Rim Radio News, and Global Trails Media, I'm Randy Roberson with your Rim Country News headlines. Well, Gila County COVID-19 disease investigators have been busy again this past week. Over the last week, they've confirmed 224 new cases in Payson, followed closely behind by Globe with 222 cases, San Carlos with 191, 50 in Peridot, and 23 cases collectively up in the Pine Strawberry communities. Now, while those affected range in all age groups, the majority of cases are showing up in those between the ages of 20 and 40. Well, locally, beginning February 8th, Gila County Health and Emergency Management, they're going to be offering COVID-19 testing in Payson. Testing will take place on Tuesdays and Thursdays at their testing office at 600 North Beeline Highway. They say these tests are administered by appointment only. Now, if you're interested or for more information, you can call them at 928-200-7668. In other news, this past Monday morning, staff from the Gila County Sheriff's Office cleaned the Sheriff's Office Adopt a Highway mile from mile marker 256 to 257 in Tonto Basin. Unfortunately, they say they were able to pick up several large bags of trash within that mile. Sheriff Shepard asks you to please join him in pledging to keep our roadways safe and clean. He says, if you see someone littering, please report it to your local law enforcement. Well, in news from just a little bit farther south on the Tonto Creek, of course, still has a flow in it, but all of the crossings on Tonto Creek are open and passable. Roosevelt Lake is at 71% of capacity, gaining over 2 feet in elevation from the January rain and snow melt-off. Well, Roosevelt is a pretty good-sized reservoir, so as such, 2 feet of gain in elevation, that's a whole lot of water. Well, fishing conditions are reportedly pretty good right now at Roosevelt. The Arizona Game and Fish folks say fish tend to be most active during the 90-minute window surrounding the sun and moon rise and fall. Now, when the moon is at full or new moon stage, the effect is even stronger. Now, there are many apps that you can use that'll display that information for you. As fishermen know, though, severe weather changes can have a big impact on the way fish feed. If a cold front is approaching, well, the fish tend to move to deeper into the water and then they kind of lay low. Now, largemouth bass are present on Roosevelt Lake in all sizes, and fishing for them right now is expected to be great throughout the winter. Now, during the winter, fish become less active. Their response is usually slower, and they tend to move to deeper water, though you can still find fish in the shallows year-round. Now, the experts suggest if you're heading down there to do some fishing, that you try drop shot and jigging with Castmasters and spoons. They also say, when in doubt, throw in a live worm and let it get all the way to the bottom and see what bites. Now, Game and Fish anticipates the crappie fishing to continue to be good this winter as well. They suggest to try heading towards the Salt River arm of the lake and fishing around the submerged trees or around some of the newly placed habitat down there. Also, fishing for channel catfish and flathead catfish, well, that should be excellent throughout the winter, they say. And they also say the best place to find trophy-sized flatheads is at the Salt River arm up on Roosevelt Lake. Well, anyway, speaking of the Tonto National Forest, yesterday was the forest's 117th birthday. Did you know that before the Forest Service inception, that national forests were instead designated as forest preserves? Well, the Shoshone National Forest was the first to receive this designation back in 1891 as part of the Yellowstone Timberland Reserve. The Tonto National Forest wasn't established until October 3, 1905 by the General Land Office. Now that's called the Bureau of Land Management. They did that before being transferred to the newly minted U.S. Forest Service and becoming a national forest officially on March 4, 1907. Well, coming up in Rim Country weather, a cold front is going to bring snow to eastern portions of Arizona with blustery and cold conditions behind the front for most all of the rest of us. Cold conditions, especially overnight tonight, will continue not only tonight but in toward the weekend. A complete report on your 7-day forecast is coming up next. You're watching Rim Country News.
Jake's Corner Bar and Grill. It's not just a bar, it's a destination. Jake started out as an Arizona stage stop way back in 1916, and folks have been stopping here ever since. Jake's also has been famous as a popular stopping spot for travelers headed to Rim Country or Roosevelt Lake. But as more people discover this historic stop, more and more, it becomes the destination. It was even featured in the 2008 movie Jake's Corner and later featured at the Sedona Film Festival. Ice-cold beers from the tap, imported or specialty beers, a generously stocked full bar, and great food that keeps you wanting to come back again and again. Enjoy a game of pool inside or step out and enjoy the covered patio and outdoor bar with live entertainment and much more. We hope to see you soon at one of the most historic stopping spots in Arizona, Jake's Corner Bar and Grill. It's not just a bar, it's a destination.
Hi, I'm Michael Dowling with the Old County Inn and Pinewood Tavern. So we've been using Lucas and Brandt probably for the last 4 years. They've been really awesome to work with, Amy and Marguerite. They do everything now from pretty much all of our payroll needs, pay all of our taxes. They even help us on Fridays to pick up our checks, which is great since they're local. But I pretty much use them for everything. They've been awesome to work with, and they take off all the things I don't have to worry about as far as taxes go, so I can concentrate on my business. But as for now, they're pretty much doing all of my personal taxes, all of our payroll needs, all of our business taxes, and very affordable and just awesome to work with, and they're local. So we really appreciate them, and they've been a great partner with us so far.
Well, taking a look now at your Rim Country 7-day weather forecast. A short wave trough and associated cold front was in the process of plunging southward across northern Arizona during the early morning hours today. Snow showers developing along and south of a line extending from Flagstaff to the Four Corners area. Now, snow amounts being reported continue to come in much lower than what was originally expected, as the current shortwave and cold front are pushing through a bit faster than previously forecast, and that limits the period of time for saturation of the air mass. Even so, most locations across the area will see snow accumulations of a trace to 2 inches. Higher elevations of the Chusca Mountains and over in the White Mountains, well, they still could receive 2 to 5 inches of accumulation by tonight. Now, one thing remains the same. It's going to turn much colder with high temperatures across northeast Arizona, mainly in the 20s and 30s today. Now, further south where we're at, it doesn't look like it's going to be quite as cold, but high temperatures are still going to be dropping by a good 10 degrees compared to yesterday. Now, gusty north to northeast winds will be developing this afternoon and tonight, with the cold front moving through and passing on by. Now, for Thursday and Friday, dry air moves in with just a stray snow shower possible along the Arizona-New Mexico border on Thursday. Now, the main news is going to be cold temperatures, especially at night. You can look for morning lows in the single digits to lower teens across areas from the Mogollon Rim northward. Across the same area, daytime highs generally in the 20s and 30s. Now, south of the rim here, low temperatures are going to be largely in the 20s and 30s, with highs in the mid-40s to lower 60s. Now, if you live in those areas up on top of the rim, you need to be sure to protect those exposed water pipes, and of course dress for cold and breezy weather. It's going to be kind of nasty. In fact, with locally gusty northeast winds, some locations will see bitterly cold below zero wind chills each morning for the next couple of mornings. Now, from Saturday onward, a dry pattern will set in with near to below normal temperatures. A continued train of shortwave disturbances will produce gusty north to northeast winds at times. Well, meanwhile, highs and lows around Rim Country today, well, they should be looking something like this. In Payson, You can expect mostly sunny skies with a 30% chance of snow showers. Most of that's all moved out to the east already. And that's mainly, they say in the original forecast, mainly after 11 a.m. Our high in Payson today should be near 44. Light and variable wind becoming north 9 to 14 miles an hour in the morning. Winds today could gust as high as 21 miles an hour in Payson. And the National Weather Service says new snow accumulations of less than a half inch are still possible. Well, tonight is going to be bitterly cold with a low in Payson expected right around 19 degrees. But you're also going to have some winds gusting to around 30 miles an hour. That's going to make it feel like about 1 degree outside. So bundle up if you're outside. Put another log on the fire if you're inside, and either way, just be ready for that. Now, a little different up on top of the rim, we're at Forest Lakes today. Well, they're going to have 50% chance for some lingering showers as that all starts to move out to the east, with their high only expected to reach 32 degrees. Winds could gust as high as 26 miles per hour. And newest snow accumulations up on the rim are expected to be right around 1 to 2 inches. Tonight up there is the big story, though. They're going to have a low around 6 degrees and wind chill values there down to about 10 degrees below zero, with north winds gusting up to about 31 miles an hour. So if you're heading up in that direction, boy, make sure that you pack some emergency supplies in your vehicle just in case. Now down south in Tonto Basin, well, we have about a 20% chance for a few rain and snow showers. Again, most of that's all moved out to the east by now. But they're still saying there's a chance between 11 and 3 today. It'll start out partly sunny and then gradually become sunny with a high near 57. Tonight, it'll be mostly clear with a low around 30, but those blustery north to northeast winds gusting as high as 20 miles an hour, even the wind chills down in Tonto are going to feel like 17 degrees. So regardless of where you might be headed tonight, just be prepared because it's going to get rather nippy out there. And that's what's happening around Rim Country. For Tonto TV, K-Rim Radio News, and Global Trails Media, I'm Randy Roberson. Make it a great Hump Day Wednesday.